Kia ora, Helen Bromsey coming to you live from Surprise in Arizona. Bye, Seth. Hope you're all having a super fantastic sparkling day. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast number 1510. 100 days is almost here, and you're probably going, 100 days for what? On Friday, the 22nd on September 22nd every year, that is the start of 100 days till the year ends. So September 22nd, you have 100 days till the end of the year. What are your plans for the last 100 days of the year? You're probably going, what? It's you're almost into the final quarter of the year. So you got to, so some things that you can look at is the fact that you're almost into the final quarter of the year. What are your plans going into the final quarter of the year? I'm already ramping up, and I've got working on some social media posts that are going to be going out during the last 100 days. So I'm working on getting those finalized and getting them scheduled to go out. I'm looking at my yearly goals to see where am I with my yearly goals, and what do I need to do in the remaining 100 days to ramp it up and either meet or exceed those goals. So the 100 day, and some people are sort of like, but you got the holidays coming up. It's time to start slowing down. Yeah, no. As far as I'm concerned, the last 100 days is when I go for it. I look to see where I am with my goals. If I'm within reach of them, I'm sort of like, yep, let's go. We're going to exceed those goals. I'm looking to see, starting to put my year-end stuff together, starting to get it ready. So I know where I'm at, where I am, what I have coming up at year end as far as finances go and budgeting and all of that sort of stuff. So I'm looking through my budget and my financial planning because I'm keeping an eye on my numbers. Where am I at with my numbers? Am I where I want to be with my numbers? If not, what can I do in the last 100 days to get to my numbers or exceed them? I'm looking at what am I going to do to engage my customers during the holiday season and into the new year as well. So not only looking at, we've got the holidays coming up, what can I be, and there's things like Thanksgiving and Christmas and Hanukkah and Rosh Hashanah, and no, not Rosh Hashanah, I just had that. What's the other one? Kwanzaa, and there's another one I was trying to think of, not Rosh Hashanah, that we just had that one. Totally escapes me. But the holidays that are celebrated around the December into the beginning of January timeframe, what are those that are coming up? How can I connect with my clients during that time? A lot of people are take time off between Christmas and New Year. So what can I do to keep them engaged during that time? What services can I offer? What can I do to help them during that time? What can I help them as far as genealogy goes, or as far as researching family history goes, or as far as trip planning goes, or combining all three together? What can I do during that time to help them do what they want to do in 2024? At this time of the year, coming into the last 100 days, I am always looking at not what can I do, not only what can I do in this current year to help me achieve my year-end goals, but what can I do that will start playing into my 2024 goals. So yes, I already have kind of in mind what I want to do in 2020, kind of have in mind. So I'll be solidifying a little more what I want to do in 2024, where I want to be at certain points, but what can I do to pre-sell into 2024 as well? This is not the time to be slowing down. This is the time to be going full speed. Even, through the Christmas, New Year break, I will be in New Zealand for the whole month, but it's not going to stop me. It's not going to slow me down as well. Where am I on my wellness plan? Where am I on my wellness plan? What do I need to do to get to where I want it to be by the year end? So it's reflecting on all of those goals that you've set in all areas of your life, whether it's spiritual, financial, family, friends, business, work, wellness, self-care, all of those goals that you have put into place for this year, right back. Although I will tell you this, I don't do I do New Year's resolutions, but my New Year's resolution start date is my birthday. And because I'm like thinking, everybody does January 1st. And by February 1st, most people have dropped whatever they were going to do for their New Year's resolutions. So my New Year's resolution starts on my birthday, which is in December. So I'm kind of getting a little head start. But I use my birth date as my year end, as my year-end beginning, and my year-end beginning, as the beginning of the year for me, for my New Year's resolutions. And so I'm coming up on my birthday. What do I want to have in place before my birthday? What were my resolutions that I sent last birthday? Where am I with those? What resolution? And I start thinking about what are the resolutions I'm going to set this coming birthday into next year. So it's taking time to do that. If you have employees, look at ways to recognize the employees for their work throughout the year. Did anybody have no missed days of work? Did anybody increase production or have massive sale projects and stuff, who exceeded the goals that were set for them? Recognize them for the hard work, because your business would not be where it was at if it was not for the employees that you have. Also, too, recognize your vendors as well. Who are your vendors that were always there, always on time, and just, there for you? You had those difficult cases, whether it was booking a group for a retreat or booking a cruise, or it was having an unusually large order and your vendor stepped up to make sure that it was delivered there on time. Recognize your vendors as well. Send them, create a certificate for them and say, top vendor for whatever your business name is. And recognize them for that and thank them for that. And you're probably going, vendors? Yes, your vendors. You will get, if you treat your vendors well, they will be willing to step up and help out with unusual orders, with things that need repair, whatever it is. They'll be more willing to step up and assist you than somebody who completely ignore them and they just deliver the product, you pay the bills, and it's just that mediocre thing. But if you take that time out to say thank you to your vendors, to recognize them for their work as well and helping support your business, you will find that if you have trouble down the line for any reason, so say, for example, I have a really good relationship with a business development manager for a particular cruise line, and I have clients that go on a cruise that have trouble while they're on the cruise. Because I have taken the time to keep in contact with that business development manager throughout the year and develop that relationship with them, they are more likely to step up and help me assist with that problem than if I just suddenly turn and says, hey, I'm in your area, your region, we've got this problem on board, what can you do to help? They're more likely to help somebody who takes the time to develop that relationship than somebody who just shows up and says, hey, I need your help, what can you do? And they're going to go, well, who are you? What are you doing? Da, 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 da. So take time to recognize your vendors as well. Maybe send them a certificate saying, top vendor in such and such an industry. Thank you for all the service that you have provided us throughout the year. Do the same with your clients as well. Who are some of your top clients? Who are your VIP clients? Take time to recognize them as well throughout the, send them a certificate saying VIP client of XYZ business. We appreciate your customer loyalty this year. We appreciate the business that you have sent to us as well. And maybe put a gift in there with it. You don't have to, but just as an idea. So coming into that last 100 days of the year, what steps are you taking to ensure that next year is going to get off to a huge rocketing start because you have taken the time to recognize vendors, recognize clients, recognize your employees, recognize business partners, create certificates. Certificates are so much fun to create. I love Canva. I have to say, I love Canva. I love going in there. I love creating my greeting cards. I create my greeting cards, templates. I create certificate templates in there, and then I upload them to a service called Mailbox Power, where I turn around and use their platform to actually create the physical cards and the certificates and send them out. I can put gifts with them. I can personalize the gifts. I can personalize the certificates. I can personalize the cards. And just send them all with a click of a button. So what are you doing? I don't know why my mouth is really, really, really super dry today. So what are you doing to help with the recognition of these people who are in your life that has helped your business or helped you in your job that you do? It doesn't matter. Even if you are the admin, even if you're the personal assistant to the GM of the company, who throughout the company has helped you over the year, helped you get your job done, help meet the demands of the general manager. What vendors do you work with for maybe company functions or stuff like that? You don't have to be, you could even just be an admin person who works in a company, just helping out, doing whatever it is. Maybe you're the ordering person. Maybe you're the person that places the orders for office supplies and all that. Who is your vendor that you send the office supply orders to? Thank them. Who are you? May be the receptionist of the company. Who within the company has helped you out during the year? I remember when I used to work back in an office years ago. We had a great receptionist, and there was times that she was sick, so one of the admin people would jump in and help out on the reception desk. I was not an admin person. Well, kind of was. I was on the help desk for that company, but then I got moved out of that into doing the contracts for the company, making sure that our clients had maintenance. I was booked for a computer company. Make sure they had the software contracts in place so that we could support their software. Made sure they had the hardware contracts in place so we could support the actual physical computer system that they had. There were times the admins were all busy and our receptionist was out sick, but our admins were like super busy. And so I got put out on the front desk, and I had to greet people as they came in. I had to answer the phones. I had to direct the phones. Fortunately, I'd already used the PBX system that we had when I was actually in the Air Force. I learned how to use the PBX system when I was in the Air Force, because I didn't do bar duty in the Emmons Club. I got and said, because I don't drink, and I just told them I wasn't doing it. I said I'd be happy to do something else, and so they put me. So I had to work a weekend on security and answering, basically sitting in the base office there where they just had the PBX machine right there, and I had to direct calls everywhere, take calls that were coming in. Visitors onto base had to sign them and that sort of stuff. So I had to do the weekend duties of those instead of doing the bar duties. So I learned how to use the PBX system that we had at the computer company that I later worked at. So yes, I'd already had training in that. So that's what made me valuable to the company in that regard, is that if all the admins were busy and weren't able to cover the front desk, if the receptionist was out, I had the skills that they needed to be able to cover the front desk. They didn't have to train me. They just said, here's the extensions, everybody in the company, here's the phone system, go for it. So, being that versatile person, do you have somebody in your company that's versatile, that's able to step in at the last minute and help pick up slack that's going on? Or, the company's super busy on something, and yet you're pulling people from other departments who have the training, who have the knowledge, that can step in and help out when there's something big going on. Send them thank yous. You could be the person in the mail room sorting the mail and getting it delivered to people within the company. Send thank yous to those that help you out in that position. Send thank yous to your couriers that come in, that drop off the packages, and the mail people from the postal service that bring all the mail bags in and everything else. Just say thank you. So what is it in your position, in your job, in your business, whatever it is that you do, who are people that you can recognize and say, thank you for your service this year. Thank you for helping us out in this crisis. Thank you for helping us out with this big project that we had. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for showing up every day. And, or even just somebody who's just stopped by and says every morning, there's people in business that do this. I was one of them. I would stop by people's desk and say, hey, how you doing? Just wanted to say hi. And I just walk away. Have a super fantastic sparkling day. That sort of thing. Just spreading the joy and spreading the cheer. Do you have somebody in the office like that you just want to say, hey, thank you for stopping by my desk every day and wishing me a super fantastic sparkling day. It was the highlight of my morning. Or I had a really crappy morning one day and you came along and with your bright, positive attitude and put a spark in my day. Thank you for doing that. Recognize those people. There's all sorts of things that you could be doing. But again, it's also looking at, where are you as far as your goals go? Where are your projects that you've taken on this year that you want to get done before the end of the year? It's basically tying up all the year-end stuff, getting all that organized and everything else. So come January 1st, You can say, well, here's the stuff from you can send the stuff off to the accountant, the bookkeeper, whatever. Here's my 2023 stuff. We're just waiting on these documentation to come through, and then you can go file everything. What is it that, what is it that you can do now so you're not scrambling come January, February when you want to get all your tax stuff together? Get that stuff ready now, and do that in the last 100 days. So when you hit January 1st, you know that here's all my tax stuff. I'm just waiting on the W-9s, the 1099s, and all those other forms that come in. Yeah, there's a lot of forms that come in during tax time. And you're just waiting on those to come in, and then you can put them with that and send it all off to the bookkeeper, who will then send it on to the accountant. Or you've got it all done and your books are all up to date, and you just you skip the bookkeeper part and send it straight to an accountant. What stuff can you be doing to get all that prepped? So come January 1st, you can press that button on the start of the year that then now sends out all of that stuff that you've got ready to go out on January 1st or January 2nd to get the year kicked off right. You are not slowing down. And I will tell you this, I am getting ready for January next year, because January, February, March in the travel business is what's known as wave season. And that's when cruise lines and tour companies will do crazy deals, crazy offers, all of that sort of stuff at the beginning of the year, because that's our busiest time for booking. So what do I have to have in place that I am ready to rock come January 1st when wave season starts? What can I do now to tie up the end of the year? What, are people wanting to give gifts of travel for the holidays this year, for Christmas, for Hanukkah? Are they wanting to give gifts of travel? What can I do to help them make it a beautiful presentation that they won't forget, that will give them more of a wow impact on their gift, instead of saying, oh, here's a piece of paper with our itinerary, this is where we're going. Maybe I can make up a certificate that has the information on there. Who knows? So I'm looking at stuff like that. What can I start promoting now for next year? What can I start promoting now for holiday season? I've got a whole get out of the kitchen thing. If you haven't heard my get out of the kitchen thing, in fact, I might even do that one night, is talk about getting out of the kitchen come holiday season. And that's one of my favorite ones to do. So I might do that this week. But anyway, so look at what are you going to be doing in the last 100 days to help wrap up 2023 and get ready for what's coming in 2024. What are your goals what are the goals you're going to be setting? What are the goals you have to do before the end of the year? Where are you at? So you're going to be looking at a whole bunch of stuff while you're still continue working on these projects and these goals and things. So that's it from me. What are some of the things that you're working on? What are some things that you do in the last 100 days of the year? Let us know in the comments below. And we will see you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. Hei konera.